The system selects 8 lucky people, each one given the chance to play a brand new game, where the winner walks away with $100,000. When all 8 participants arrive at the designated house, they're told to register and change into special suits designed to track their movements during the trials. Adam isn't too thrilled about the outfit. He's self-conscious about his weight. Some of the players start chatting. Andre, a former soldier from an artillery squad, introduces himself. But before they can get to know each other, a voice calls out, instructing everyone to move to another room where virtual reality suits are waiting for them. Before putting the suits on, each player has to stand on a scanner and say their in-game nickname. Adam can't believe what he's seeing. He's never seen VR suits like these before. He thought only the rich could afford them. Zahid, on the other hand, starts feeling uneasy. When he picked his nickname, he didn't realize it would be printed right on his suit. Embarrassed, he refuses to play and tries to leave, but the doors are already locked. The others tell him it's not a big deal.
Quit wasting everybody's time. You chose the name, right? So suit up and shut up, man. Get on with the game.
And after a moment, he reluctantly agrees to stay. The moment they activate their helmets, everything changes. Suddenly, they're standing in the middle of a war-torn city. Their plain suits morph into full military uniforms. The world looks and feels completely real. The only thing reminding them it's still a game are the faint tactile sensations in their bodies. Then, out of nowhere, a sergeant appears. Out of curiosity, Shelly reaches out and tries to touch him, but her hand passes right through his body, means he's just part of the simulation. The sergeant leads them to a weapons room. In reality, the guns are fake, but inside the game they feel completely real, right down to the recoil. To make a point, the sergeant pulls out his pistol and shoots one of the players. Their bulletproof vest disappears instantly. It's a warning. Each player only has 1 extra life. After the second hit, a timer starts, and they have to inject themselves with a med kit before it runs out. And everyone only gets 1. Their first mission, eliminate the bandits holed up in the building and make it to the first floor. And the reward, $100K in cash.
No! Move up!
Since Andre is a former soldier, he naturally takes command. As they step into the corridor, gunfire erupts. Bullets fly from every direction. The group dives for cover, but Andre stays calm, picking off the enemies one by one. They move downstairs and find rifles. The extra firepower boosts their confidence. Unfortunately, Adam's aim is terrible. He empties an entire magazine without hitting a single bullet. Andre steps in to help him, but ends up getting hit himself. Meanwhile, Taylor starts panicking. She confesses she shouldn't even be there. She came in place of her friend. Shelly tries to calm her down. It's just a game, she says. Nothing can happen to us. But that illusion shatters when Carl takes his second hit. In real life, he screams in agony. The pain is real, unbearable, and it only fades after he uses his medkit. The team takes a short break. Carl begins to suspect they're part of some twisted experiment. Zahid tries to remove his helmet, but the clamps won't budge. What if this isn't just a game, he asks. Andre heads to the bathroom, but soon realizes the game hasn't stopped. NPCs respawn and attack him, even outside the VR zone. The others quickly put their helmets back on and skeeling. And starts the fight, but in chaos they didn't hear his voice asking for help, but they can't save him in time. When his timer runs out, his helmet electrocutes him, killing him instantly. Shelly tries to revive him, but it's no use. A cold robotic voice announces the players may now proceed to the next floor. Zahid starts losing it. He begs to be released, even asks someone to hit him with a fire extinguisher to try breaking free, but it doesn't work. The sergeant appears again, punishes him, and reminds everyone they have no choice but to continue the mission. The team keeps moving. On the next floor, they're given knives instead of guns. The room is filled with explosive gas, and a single shot would blow them all up. By now, their armor and medkits are nearly gone. They notice it's already night outside, meaning time in the real world is still passing. When they try to break a window, the sergeant punishes them again. Zahid trips and breaks his leg, both in the game and in real life. The sergeant warns them, if anyone try to stop the game next time, someone will die instantly. Knowing there's no way to heal himself, Zahid tells the others to keep going without him, and dies. On the next floor, Mark gets shot. Taylor panics, runs into a bathroom, and hides in a stall. A bandit enters, checking each one. Realizing she has no choice, Taylor attacks first and kills him. After clearing the floor, Edward ends up on top of the scoreboard. The group finally talks about their pasts and realizes something disturbing. None of them have family. No one would notice if they vanished. That's why they were chosen. They descend again and find the sergeant torturing a hostage. The hostage reveals there's a bomb in the basement, and only he knows the code. Edward tortures him until he gives it up. Adam enters the code, but instead of stopping the bomb, it starts a countdown. Now they have 30 minutes to disarm it. The hostage starts laughing, so Taylor kills him in anger. Mark blames Adam and punches him, but the helmet visor gets in the way. He lifts it and hits him again. Before things can escalate further, the sergeant reappears and orders everyone to step into the elevator. After several floors, the elevator stops. Mark opens the doors, lets the others out, but keeps Adam with him. They go down to the 3rd floor and find a crashed helicopter. Mark forces Adam to go first, using him as a shield, and Adam gets shot and dies instantly. Meanwhile, the others find new weapons. A bandit throws a smoke grenade, triggering Carl's trauma. His girlfriend once died in a fire, and he still blames himself. Shelly calms him down, helping him focus and push forward. Finally, they reach the 1st floor. Taylor finds a medkit, but Mark suddenly appears and demands she hand it over. When she refuses, he kills her. Carl hears the gunshot. Mark claims they were attacked, but before she died, Taylor managed to leave a message on the wall. Mark is a traitor. Carl lifts his visor and attacks Mark. Mark breaks free and is about to kill him, but the sergeant steps in and kills Mark for breaking laws and killing his own mates. Now, only 3 players remain. They have 7 minutes left to stop the bomb. Enemies swarm in from all directions. When they think it's over, another wave hits. Carl is badly wounded, but still has 1 medkit left. A voice echoes, 2 minutes remaining. Shelly charges toward the bomb, taking a hit. Carl rushes to help her, gets shot again, and gives her his medkit. Finish this, he says. Edward kills the last enemy and stops the timer, with 1 second left. The sergeant appears and starts a scripted speech, but Edward repeats every word perfectly because he's one of them. Workers enter to clean up the evidence. Shelly tries to shoot them, but forgets the gun doesn't work in the real world. When she wakes up, her suit is gone. Edward hands her a bag of money. She says she's going to the police, but he just laughs. No one's gonna believe you. A worker tries to grab her, but she reacts fast, throws a chemical at him, breaks the lights, and thanks to combat skills, she takes them all out. Edward begs for his life, but Shelly finishes him and walks away, leaving the money behind. And that's where the movie ends. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.